Hello everyone, this is Briarsenal and welcome back to Greedfall. I know it has been a long time since I have recorded or put out anything on this game. It is not that I fell out of love with it or was disenfranchised by it in any way. I've just been really busy. Darkest Dungeon videos are a lot easier to record when I'm under any sort of, when I'm having any sort of problems. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. Hello there. Okay, I see. So this guy, if I remember correctly...
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Serene. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Okay.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist.
Which does seem to add up.
Me after all that. But I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Okay. Machinations to disgrace you. Sure.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners. Making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Yeah, assuming that he's just telling me the truth, right?
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Well, okay. Let's see what I can figure out here.
Please listen, I beg you.
Hello, folks.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me? It's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drank a few drops. And my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we
Genius.
doomed, then?
Everyone. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like statues.
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Genius.
Go and tell him the good news.
Alright, time for you to leave, buddy. It's time for you to leave. But you can see one of the reasons that this and Dragon's
Did you
Quest
find a way to get
11.
me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Saheen.
I owe you my life, sir. I will be eternally in your debt.
I hope you
remind
remember
you
that.
to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Okay. So that's done.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his
I
trail
see.
to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and
Maybe.
deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
Well, thank
I
you.
need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Question though.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
Now that your affair is taken care of, are you planning on helping the historians I spoke to you about?
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Alright.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
See, we got him to do things
We
for
owe
us.
you our lives. We are
Oh.
eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
Well, thank you for that.
It would seem that I'm not the only
appreciate
one
it.
with a tender heart.
It's not discovering where to find Constantine. Let's... Oh boy, I forgot all this. Let's go ahead and upgrade our magic casting. Because we can. I'm sure we've got equipment that we can change. Let's go ahead and inform the Teleme ambassador. We have so many things to do. let's just wrap up as many side quests as we can and go. But yeah, one of the reasons that it's hard to play this game a little bit for commentary is that this character, this and Dragon Quest XI, the character just speaks for you.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir Desade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Agreed. However,
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
we got the bonus
May
we
the
were looking
light
for.
guide you, Desade.
And we are now level 3. Let's see here. We are going to continue to increase our magic power. Because we are mages. And let's go ahead and focus on our next quest. Let's look for the missing knot. This will help our reputation with the knots. Or at least I think not. Ha! But we've helped out the Coin Guard, we've helped out the Bridge Alliance, we have helped out Teleme. Helping out the knots is the next natural step in building allies. An allyship. So we will do that. But yeah, doing this game is a little bit difficult just based on the fact that that it's hard to talk while the character is talking. I don't want to distract you guys from what the character's saying because he is generally saying something about what we're doing. But at the same time, there is a lot of things that there are a lot of
Good day,
games that.
sailor. I've been told that you know the missing
See?
cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Okay.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I
Alright.
still have some pride left. You get me?
Yeah. Sure.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How
Alright.
would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't
Not at
imagine
all.
a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. but now
Okay.
and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Sure.
Thank you, Laura. I need to be going.
Alright, we'll figure out what happened to the missing cabin boy. Don't you guys worry. Detective Desade is on the case. Mage Man Diplomat Desade.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
Ooh boy.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart, and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Interesting.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Strange story, this.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Yeah, let's go figure it out. We'll figure out everything. Hello there. Thank you for the money, sir. Appreciate it.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Let's see.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Okay.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
Nope, think
I
I'm
need
done.
to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
See, the story practically tells itself. All I do is just
Who are you?
talk to folks.
I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No.
You
Have no
might
fear
be.
about that.
You want
It's
to play
for a
cards
different
for it?
reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Tell me
All
what
right.
happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong-arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy, kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But
Interesting.
that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Alright.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by
Wonderful.
his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain
Doesn't
from
matter.
lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Well, it's better to go find out than anything else. So let's keep moving. Move here, move there. Nope, can't move there. Take everything out of that box that I didn't even know I opened. Everybody's having a bonfire. Probably not what that is, but that's alright. Hello there.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter,
Wonderful.
please.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
Oh.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are
Yes.
all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Mm-hmm.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have
You
no
shouldn't.
trouble verifying the details now that
I
you
will
know what
take
to look
down
for.
your family from their
Where
perch
might I find your son now?
if you talk
I
bad about
cannot
our
say,
allies.
Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Oh? Are you saying the Coin Guard also recruits through dubious means? Something I need to know there? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and loot this. And we're going to head down there. See, but yeah, right now, as of this game, there is not a lot of commentary I can do. because the character is just talking to people, and a lot of how you guys will get to experience this game with me is just through the choices that I make and things of that nature. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can say or interact with you guys as much, but I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. I hope you guys just enjoy the game as it is, because it's a really nice
you
game.
You still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Nord?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge.
Yeah.
He could tell.
Mr. de Corsillon.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry.
Me too, but we'll be fine.
Time for departure.
Yeah,
certainly
we have
so.
side quests to do.
Would you be in need of my help in any way?
Yes, I would actually.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords.
Interesting.
Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
Sure.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
I'm inclined to agree. But that is all the time that we have for this episode. I will go ahead and post this. It doesn't feel like we got a lot done, but in the next episode we are going to finish this not quest. We are going to find our brother, and we are going to finally leave port. I apologize that it's taken so long, but I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for tuning in.